Welcome to OBtv, and I am here today with none other than OBbeans, one of the owners, Ben Neese. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Awesome. Super stoked to be here and connect about OBbeans and the story of it, how you got here, what it's all about in the neighborhood. So there was a time that it said coming soon.
Yes.
And you guys had a few hurdles to climb.
Quite a few, yes.
To get there, but you persevered. That was. What did you learn from that process?
Number one, I think just, like you said, perseverance. We almost lost it a couple times and gave up, and that seemed to be like the first option to just quit, but we had a really good community backing, a lot of people supporting us that felt like we couldn't let down as well, and we're here. So yeah, I think just if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for other people, which sounds kind of like, you know, live for yourself, but like at the same time, like that's a good driver for us, and it brings us back to why we do things, not just for ourselves.
So how long have you been here with the doors open, serving the coffee addicts of OB?
Yeah, it's been 2 years and a couple months now.
Nice.
It's been a journey. It's been super fun. Yes, at times, sometimes it's been a struggle for sure, but we just love the community here. I couldn't imagine it serving coffee anywhere else.
Well, awesome, and it speaks, you know, aesthetically to your hard work and to all the thought that's gone into it. What do you guys here do well? What do you brag about? What's your deal?
I mean, number one, our coffee is amazing. So we do specialty coffee, so everything cups on a scale of 83 and above, or on a scale of 1 to 100, cups 83 and above on a Q&R grader scale. So
that sounds like coffee
it's
snobbery.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't want to come off like that.
We have that.
It's really good coffee, but it kind of more speaks to the farmers and what they do. So farmers, the whole process of coffee just doesn't appear in your cup, right? Coffee is grown, it's processed. We make sure it's gone about the right way, but that's more credit to our farmers, or the farmers that we do business with, as opposed to just us as a roaster.
So I'm hearing two things. You're talking about the quality of the coffee.
Yes, sir.
Which would obviously also be the quality of the roasting.
Yeah.
And the farmers itself. Let's go through that process a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You said it's farmed. Is that down the street in Point Loma?
Oh no, it's farmed. It's farmed all across the world. Yes, but we get majority of our coffee from Central America. Okay. We do have some African beans as well, but it's not grown down the street. It's grown mostly in Central America, and it's not just let's pick the coffee up and ship it away. It's
a process.
It's a process. It's a long process. It's a meticulous process. And our farmers or the farmers that we work with, I shouldn't say our farmers, the farmers that we work with.
Your partners.
Yeah, exactly. They do an amazing job.
Now, one thing I didn't quite realize, when I walk in, I see the walls covered with amazing photography with coffee.
Yeah.
But I had the opportunity today to learn that it actually tells the story of the process from the farm, all the steps of cultivating it, ultimately at the container, which then brings us here.
Yeah, so I don't know if you got to see all the pictures, but it starts with coffee on the tree, coffee being picked, the wet mill process, the dry mill processing, shipping container doors to show that everything that comes to the U.S. comes through a shipping container. Then we roast it in the back, we brew it, and then you drink it. So it's kind of like the whole life cycle of coffee right in front of you. So,
And I think that's what I'm seeing is a value that you care so much about, that you bring us into that story, is the ethical nature of what you do, that it's sustainable for the farmers, it's quality coffee. And tell me just a little bit more about the heart behind connecting with the people that bring it here.
I think you touched it really well when we were talking earlier about how people are connected. And I think a lot of people in America especially show up to a coffee shop and they order coffee and they don't really think twice about it. But that coffee was processed by somebody, farmed, processed, the whole shebang somewhere, far away. And that person had an effect on your morning that you had no idea about. So coffee is super cool because it not only connects people, but it connects cultures. And there's so much good that can be done through just drinking coffee. So I think we kind of noticed that, and talking about more about what we do well is we take something as simple, right, as coffee, and try to use it to do as much good as possible. So we give back to nonprofits. One of them is Ride for Water, which is an organization dedicated to providing clean water to everybody, because that's a human fundamental right that we believe in. People that don't have access to clean water. Just super cool companies like that we get to partner with and give money that we've, quote unquote, earned. I know I'm using quotes a lot, but I feel like there's so many phrases that are like, it doesn't have the exact meaning that I want it to give. So
it's when you win, everybody wins.
Exactly. So like something as simple as coffee, like from us, if you purchase coffee, those proceeds, or a percentage of our proceeds, go back to the community through nonprofits, go back into other cultures through organizations like Ride for Water. So you can change the world with just changing a habit of coffee or where you get it from.
Awesome. Well, in the nature of the conversation of connectivity, why OB?
I actually grew up here, so that's number one. I love this community. I've always wanted a business in Ocean Beach personally, for selfish reasons, because I think when you're younger and you see people who have businesses, or you go to certain places, you get that nostalgia of like, wow, how cool is it to be somewhere and have ownership in something. So for me personally, for my own reasons, Ocean Beach, I've always loved this community. I've always loved the people here. And I think just having a community anywhere that supports local business and supports each other is an amazing thing.
So for sure. And that's what an awesome thing to do, to be able to serve coffee and in the town that you love, offer an opportunity for this village to support other.
And the community's been great too. So I mean, it's easy to be like, oh, we're so cool, look at what we do with coffee, but the community's been super supportive, great people, great atmosphere, and I think that our success contributes more to what the community is as opposed to who we are as people.
Yeah,
too.
That's great. I really keep seeing the win-win thing come about and how you guys operate. So, in closing, what's your own personal authentic why? Why do you do what you do? What's it all about?
Sometimes I feel like I'm still trying to figure that out, because I don't think I'll always have that answer dialed in. But for me, I feel like the reason why I'm here on this earth too is to connect with people, to love people the best way that I know how to love people, because that's what makes the world a better place, right? So for me, I just want to connect with as many people as possible, and I feel like helping others be able to do that is a blessing for me.
That's a high calling. Good. Well, we want to present a little connectivity gift for you.
Oh, sweet.
Now, as we talk about the way that we're all connected one to another, this is an energy stick. And what it does is it demonstrates that we are all energy and we're all electricity. And, hold that.
Sure.
When we're connected together, it gets crazy.
That is nuts.
This is the demonstration of the energy that we have when we're connected. So from us at OBtv, we want to present our energy stick.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate this.
So you can stay connected with us, with your staff here, with the community, and with the greater good all across the earth like you're doing.
Man.
Ben,
appreciate that.
Thanks so much for your time
today.
It's awesome to get to know you and your story of OBbeans a bit better. Thanks for joining us today, OBtv at OBbeans.
Gee.
Put your hand on it.
So yeah, I'm
So
cool.
right now,
Put your hand on mine. How dope is that?
I want in on one.
Oh,
shit, ready?
hold hands, dude.
Do that. That's that.
Woo! Our powers combined, dude. So sick.